Bold and the Beautiful early spoilers December 1st to 5th. Hope's ruthless scheme and Sheila's wild meltdown. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for December 1st to 5th, 2025 expect Hope Logan, Annika Noel, plotting, and Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown spiraling. As we always do on Early Edition Day, we start with what's coming the rest of this week and then talk about the spoilers for next week. And of course, we have a very short week of episodes on B&B because it is Thanksgiving. I don't know about you guys. I'm already cooking, trying to get ready, and we're going to have no soaps to distract us, which is kind of sad. Luna's killer revealed on Bold and the Beautiful. So let's dive in. Wednesday, November 26th, we have Miss Dillon, Sydney Bullock, admitting that she ran over Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, and killed her and then obviously drove away, probably in a panic. And I certainly hope that she knew it was Luna and not just someone random. I think she did. And I would expect Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, to protect Miss Dillon's secret to some extent, but I also expect Electra to tell Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, especially because he's going to follow up and ask Electra about those weird texts that she was getting about saying they needed to confess. We also have Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and Finn Tanner Novlin, and Kelly Spencer, Sophia Pars McKinley, and Hayes Forrester Finnegan, Brian Garlick, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, having Thanksgiving dinner over at Steffi's place. The family goes around and talks about what they're thankful for. Obviously, Luna being gone is at the top of the list of things to be thankful for. I'm sure they won't talk about that in front of the kids, though. There is supposed to be a surprise guest at Steffi and Finn's for Turkey Day. So, we know that Ridge Forrester, Torsten K., is over there having dinner with them. So we have to see if Ridge is a surprise guest or if it is somebody else. Thanksgiving at Il Giardino on B&B. And speaking of Thanksgiving in Los Angeles, we've got Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, and Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, heading over to enjoy Thanksgiving dinner at Il Giardino. Hopefully, Sheila and Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, are not serving turkey pizza or anything. I'm also certain that Luna's name is going to come up, which I think is going to be really awkward for Deacon and Sheila. Those two have a stark difference of opinion on the young woman who just died. I'm also wondering if we're going to see Taylor and Deacon getting a moment on Thanksgiving, because he may want to talk to Taylor about the whole Luna death incident. So there's a chance Deacon could drop by and he could be the surprise guest. We'll see. Hopefully, Ridge is gone by then. We should also see Hope, Annika Noel, and Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, with either the Spencers or over at the Logan estate. Maybe even the rest of them are going to be at the Forrester mansion. And Electra and Will, of course, are happy to celebrate their very first holiday together, and hopefully they will enjoy a moment to actually breathe because the Luna thing is over even with Dylan's confession. I mean, right? Who cares that she ran her over? B&B, Thanksgiving preemptions, and DVR warning. On Thursday, November 27th, we have got Bold and the Beautiful preempted for sports on Thanksgiving Day. And then again on Friday, November 28th, we have another preemption for sports. So if you wind up with anything taping under the Bold and the Beautiful logo on those 2 days, if your DVR goes haywire, be sure and delete it because when they have reruns and preemptions, sometimes it messes up the DVR recordings for the following week. And we don't want to miss any new episodes. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, December 1st to 5th. The week of December 1st through 5th on Bold and the Beautiful, we're going to have 5 brand new episodes. November sweeps is over. Luna is dead, but there's still going to be fallout from that. It's kind of karma if you think about it, that Luna ran out in front of Miss Dillon's car and died because she completely terrorized that poor teacher. I think Electra might go to Will and they go to Bill Spencer, Don Diamant, and, get her a good lawyer to clear it all up because obviously she was in shock and it wasn't her fault because Luna ran right out in front of her. Will's emotional aftermath and character depth. We may see Will struggling some in the aftermath of all this. Obviously, he is very relieved that Luna is dead and gone, but he did lose a child. Now, this is not a child that Will was planning on having, nor did he even actively and knowingly participate in the making of. But still there's a loss there. And for me, Will is mostly a two-dimensional character who's a Nepo baby. His life has totally gone his way until Luna molested him. So, I think it'd be interesting if they gave him a little more character depth and he did have a little bit of darkness or some grief of some sort to come out of this. Otherwise, he and Electra are going to be another boring couple to watch, like paint drying. Deacon and Sheila's grief creates a rift. Deacon is going to need more counseling sessions soon with Taylor because, of course, he is happy that Luna is dead. But that doesn't bring back Deacon's friends Tom Starr, Clint Howard, and Hollis Chambers that she murdered. And of course, it doesn't help that Deacon has to watch Sheila grieving Luna's death when Deacon would happily dance on Luna's grave if he could. I am wondering if Sheila may have some sort of spiral after losing her granddaughter Luna, because this means that Sheila is back to having no family. You know, Finn is not in her life. Hayes is not allowed to be around her. And now Luna's gone. And pretty much all Sheila has at this point is Deacon and this fledgling friendship with Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda. So hopefully Sheila is not going to go down the villain path. But since Deacon's got his mind on Taylor, it could happen. A memorial for Luna? Speculation on a zero-interest event. I'm also wondering if next week we may have some sort of memorial service for Luna. I think if they did, only Sheila and Lee might appreciate it or turn up for it. I don't even think Finn would show up for it. Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, would probably want to dance on her grave with Deacon. I think it's going to be a zero-interest event, but it would be interesting if they did that. Bill Spencer's power play for Katie and Will. Bill wants Katie Logan, Heather Tom, and Will to both come to work at Spencer Publications and get away from all the Forresters. This week, Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, and Donna Logan, Jennifer Garais, told Katie that they were trying to take the stress off of her by bringing in that outside PR firm. And while Katie understands it, I think Bill's going to try and take advantage of this to try and steal Katie from Forrester Creations. And right now, they've got PR coverage, so she could walk away and it would be kind of seamless. Now, I don't think there's much of a chance that Will would leave Forrester Creations for Spencer. I kind of doubt it because he loves Electra and Will gets to see her at work every day, and staring at his parents is not a good substitute for being right there with his hot girlfriend at work. Steffi, Finn, and Katie's futures. Finn and Steffi are focusing on moving forward free of the threat of Luna because that's done. California's sun shimmered over Los Angeles. But inside Forrester Creations, tension was thick enough to choke on. Hope Logan stood alone in the design room, hands gripping the back of a chair, breathing deeply, controlled, calculated. She wasn't the same Hope everyone knew. The gentle, forgiving woman had slowly dissolved, replaced with someone colder, harder, someone who was tired of being used, betrayed, and underestimated. She whispered to herself, almost smiling, "No more playing nice." Chapter 1. A plan takes shape. The door opened behind her. Thomas hesitated before stepping inside. "Hope, you wanted to see me." She turned, a soft smile masking the steel in her eyes. "Yes, I did. Come in, Thomas." He studied her face. Something was off. Hope's expression wasn't emotional or conflicted. It was strategic. "Is everything okay?" he asked. Hope walked toward him slowly, her heels echoing against the floor. "Everything's fine. Better than fine. I've been doing a lot of thinking." Thomas nodded cautiously. "About us." A beat of silence. "About everything." She took his hand, but the warmth was performative. "You're talented, passionate, loyal. Everything I need in a partner, personally and professionally." Thomas's eyes softened, hope creeping in. "So then are we finally—" Hope cut him off gently with a finger against his lips. "Not yet," she whispered. "First, we need to eliminate distractions." Thomas frowned. "What distractions?" Hope leaned in, her voice low and deliberate. "Steffi, Liam, anyone who thinks they still get to dictate my life." Thomas stiffened, then a slow smirk formed. "You want to beat Steffi at her own game." Hope's smile widened. "I want to destroy her game." Chapter 2. Steffi feels the shift. Downstairs, Steffi Forrester flipped through design proposals while sipping her coffee. But her focus wasn't on the sketches. It was on the growing rumors swirling through the company. Hope Logan was changing. Even Finn had mentioned Hope's sudden confidence, almost dominance, when they last spoke. Steffi shut the folder and muttered, "Something's brewing." Just then, the office door flew open. Sheila Carter stood there, uninvited, eyes wild, breathing uneven. Steffi's blood iced. "What are you doing here?" Steffi hissed. Sheila stepped forward with a terrifying smile. "Relax, sweetheart. I'm here to discuss family." "There is no family between us," Steffi shot back. "You're a danger. You always will be." Sheila tilted her head, like a predator assessing prey. "Oh, Stephanie, you never learn. Finn is my son. Hayes is my grandson. That bond isn't going anywhere." Steffi stood tall. "The only bond you'll ever have is with a prison cell." For a moment Sheila was still, too still. Then her expression shattered into rage. "You think you can take my son from me? My family?" Security arrived before Sheila could step closer. But as they grabbed her arms, Sheila shouted, "You're on borrowed time. You'll pay for this." Steffi didn't flinch, but the tremor in her hands betrayed her. Chapter 3. Sheila's breaking point. Thrown out and furious, Sheila marched to Deacon's apartment. She pounded on the door until he opened it, startled. "Sheila? What happened?" She shoved her way inside. "Steffi happened." Sheila snapped. "She's turning Finn against me. She wants to erase me." Deacon tried to calm her. "Sheila, listen." But she wasn't listening. Her breathing quickened. Her hands shook. She thinks she can destroy everything, but she has no idea who she's dealing with. Deacon stepped closer. "Don't do anything crazy." Sheila slowly turned, eyes blazing. "Oh, sweetheart, it's already past crazy." Chapter 4. Hope pulls the first thread. Later that afternoon, Hope met with Carter privately in his office. She arrived with contracts, confidence, and a hidden agenda. "I want more control over HFTF, she stated plainly, "and I want Steffi's approval authority removed." Carter blinked. "Hope, that's bold. And complicated." Hope leaned forward, voice velvet but dangerous. "Complicated is only a problem if Steffi finds out before paperwork is finalized." Carter stared. "You're asking me to help you ambush Steffi." Hope lowered her voice. "No. I'm asking you to help protect the future of this company from someone who makes decisions based on emotion and ego." Carter hesitated. Then she added the final blow. "Do you really want Steffi to be the reason this company collapses into another family feud?" Silence. Then Carter sighed. "You really aren't the same Hope Logan anymore." Hope's expression sharpened. "No, I'm finally who I should have been." Chapter 5. Fallout begins. It didn't take long for Steffi to hear whispers of Hope's maneuvering. She stormed into the design office where Hope and Thomas stood reviewing sketches. "So," Steffi snapped, "you're trying to strip my authority behind my back?" Thomas tensed. Hope, however, remained perfectly calm. "Not behind your back," Hope replied smoothly. "Just without your interference." Steffi's jaw clenched. "You don't make executive changes. You don't rewrite structure. You pitch ideas. You don't run Forrester." Hope set her pen down and stepped forward until she was inches from Steffi. Maybe not before, but things are changing. Thomas watched with stunned fascination. Steffi laughed coldly. "You really think you can outmaneuver me? An MY family's company." Hope's smile didn't falter. "Oh, Steffi, I've already started." Before Steffi could respond, her phone buzzed. She answered. Finn's voice shook. "Steffi, something's happened." Steffi's stomach dropped. "What?" "It's Sheila." She snapped. She showed up at the hospital screaming that she'd never be cut out of our lives. She had to be sedated. Steffi closed her eyes. "Oh my God." Hope's eyes flickered, interest sparking. Thomas whispered, "This is going to get dangerous." Steffi looked up, fully rattled but defiant. "Hope, listen carefully. You are not going to use Sheila's instability to advance your agenda." Hope raised a brow. "Why would I need Sheila? You're unraveling all on your own." Steffi lunged forward, but Thomas blocked her. "Enough! This isn't the place." Hope picked up her folder and calmly walked toward the door, but before leaving she turned back. "Oh, Steffi, I hope you get some rest. You're going to need it." Chapter 6. The Meltdown Explodes. Night fell. At the hospital, Sheila woke strapped to a bed, eyes wild, hair a tangled mess. Finn stood nearby, torn between fear and sympathy. Sheila spoke through clenched teeth. "They're trying to take you away from me. First Steffi, then Hope. Everyone thinks they can control fate." Finn swallowed. "No one is after you, Sheila. But you need help." Sheila let out a chilling laugh. "Oh, honey, help is coming. But not for me." She stared directly at him. For weeks, for them, Los Angeles buzzed with shock, suspicion, and sorrow. Luna Nozawa's tragic and sudden death had shattered the Forrester and Spencer families. Fans mourned, families fractured, and secrets simmered dangerously close to the surface. Her memorial had been beautiful, white roses, soft piano music, and emotional tributes. But grief was only the surface. Beneath it, rage, guilt, confusion, and fear, because someone knew what really happened. Someone had killed Luna, and the truth was finally ready to explode. Chapter 1. The Calm Before the Quake. At Forrester Creations, tension hung thick in the air like perfume. Steffi sat at the conference table reviewing sketches, but her mind wasn't on fashion. It was on Luna. "This doesn't add up," she whispered, tapping her pen. She didn't just run into traffic. Someone was there. Her husband Liam stepped inside. "You look like you're about to wage war," he said, gently approaching. Steffi didn't smile. "There's going to be justice," she replied. "Luna deserves that." Liam exhaled. "Do you really think someone killed her?" Steffi locked eyes with him. "I don't think, Liam. I know." Chapter 2. A Fractured Heart. RJ stood alone in his office, staring at a framed photo of him and Luna laughing at the beach. His hands trembled. "You promised you'd never leave," he whispered. His voice cracked, breaking into raw grief. "I should have been there. I could have protected you." Hope knocked softly before entering. "RJ, sweetheart," she murmured. He didn't turn. "They're reopening the investigation," she continued. New evidence surfaced. RJ finally turned, his eyes hollow. "I don't want justice," he whispered. "I want her back." Hope placed a hand on his shoulder. "You deserve answers," she said, "and whoever did this will pay." Chapter 3. The New Evidence. Detective Alex Navarro stood before the assembled group in the Forrester showroom. Ridge, Brooke, Finn, Steffi, Hope, Bill, and RJ gathered, silent and tense. Navarro cleared his throat. "After reviewing environmental surveillance, audio enhancements, and digital reconstruction, we've determined Luna did not act alone." Gasps echoed. Navarro continued. "We found a recording from a nearby business, a voice yelling her name moments before she died." RJ went pale. "Whose voice?" Ridge demanded. Navarro paused. "That's what we're about to find out." He pressed play. Static. Car horns. Footsteps. Then a chilling scream. "Luna, stop! Don't you dare walk away from me!" Everyone froze. RJ's body stiffened. He knew that voice. So did several others. Steffi's eyes widened in disbelief. "Oh my God," she whispered. Chapter 4. The Suspect. Everyone stared at the closed office door across the hall. Inside was Remy, Luna's cousin, the former Forrester intern with a short temper, a troubled past, and a history of jealousy and resentment. Bill muttered, "I knew something was off about that kid." RJ was already moving toward the door. "RJ, wait." Brooke warned. But RJ shoved the door open. Remy jumped, startled, dropping a tablet. What's going on? Remy stammered. RJ's voice was a low growl. That recording, they heard you. Remy blinked rapidly. What recording? Steffi stormed in behind RJ. The one where you yelled at Luna seconds before she died. Remy swallowed hard, eyes darting, pulse visible at his throat. Finn's tone turned icy. You need to tell us the truth. Remy shook his head. No, you're twisting this. I didn't push her. I didn't kill her. But the fear in his eyes told a different story. Chapter 5 Breakdown. The interrogation continued in Ridge's office. Navarro played the recording again. Remy collapsed into a chair, hands covering his face. I didn't mean for her to get hurt, he sobbed. I never wanted this. RJ lunged, but Liam and Finn restrained him. You took her from me. RJ roared. Remy trembled. I wanted to talk to her. She was leaving again and she wouldn't listen. Steffi's voice was sharp. So you chased her? Threatened her? Remy nodded weakly. I lost control. I grabbed her arm. She pulled away, stepped into the street, and... His face crumpled. She never saw the car. Silence. Hope covered her mouth. Brooke cried. Bill swore under his breath. RJ whispered, broken. So it was an accident. Remy looked up, eyes burning with guilt. No. Everyone froze. She was recording me, Remy continued. She was going to expose everything about the pills, about the blackmail, about what I'd done. Finn stiffened. What had you done? Remy hesitated. Then, I sabotaged her design launch. I spread rumors. She was unstable. I wanted her gone. Ridge looked sick. Remy's voice fractured. I tried to delete the recording. Tried to stop her from ruining me. But she fought back. And when she ran, everything spiraled. RJ stood motionless, like stone. You watched her die, he said quietly. And you never said a word. Remy broke, completely. I was scared. I panicked. I thought if I stayed silent, it would go away. Navarro raised handcuffs. Remy Nozoa, you are under arrest for aggravated assault resulting in death, obstruction of justice, evidence tampering, and criminal negligence. Remy didn't resist, only whispered, Tell her I'm sorry. Chapter 6 Aftershock. Later that night, RJ sat alone where Luna used to sketch, her chair still pulled close, her pencils untouched. Hope approached, placing a folder beside him. What's that? He asked weakly. Everything she worked on, Hope answered softly. Her designs, her notes, her future. RJ traced Luna's handwriting with trembling fingers. She trusted him, he whispered. She believed family mattered. Hope sat beside him. She mattered, she said, more than he ever deserved. RJ inhaled shakily. I'll finish her line, he said. The world will know her brilliance. Hope nodded gently. And her truth. Chapter 7 The Confrontation. The next day, Poppy Nozawa stormed through Forrester Creations, eyes red, breath ragged. Where is he? She demanded. Steffi approached calmly. Poppy, Remy confessed. Poppy shook her head violently. He's confused, traumatized. He would never hurt Luna. Steffi's eyes softened, but she didn't budge. There's evidence. A recording. Witness testimony. Poppy broke down. My little girl is gone, she cried. And now my nephew, my family, destroyed from the inside. Steffi quietly whispered. So are we. Chapter 8 Closure or Beginning. 1 week later, Luna's memorial bench overlooking the ocean was officially dedicated. White lilies lined its edge. RJ stood before it, holding a single silver charm from her bracelet. I forgive you, he whispered, not to Remy, but to her. I'll live big. I'll dream bigger. For both of us. A soft breeze lifted his hair like a gentle touch. Hope, Brooke, Ridge, Steffi, Finn, Bill, Katie, and Liam watched from a respectful distance. Steffi leaned into Finn. "It's over," she murmured. Finn shook his head. "No. For RJ, this is just the beginning." And somewhere, deep in a police evidence vault, Luna's recovered phone blinked. Its final unsent message, still waiting. If anything happens, it wasn't an accident. Epilogue, The Hidden Thread. 2 weeks later, Detective Navarro returned to Forrester Creations. RJ frowned. "I thought the case was closed." Navarro hesitated. "We reviewed Luna's full recovered audio." RJ's pulse spiked, and Navarro's expression darkened. There was someone else there. Another voice. RJ's eyes widened. Someone who told Remy to keep quiet. Navarro slid a clipped audio file across the table. RJ hit play.